This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2, is that today I was just doing a little research on the global food insecurity and how it's affecting multiple countries. And I was just scrolling, just looking at different articles on it, and then I came across this video from Rupli. I think this is a Russian news media. But the point is, there was a UN council hearing. And the UN chief, he says, if you don't feed people, you feed conflict. And this is what happens when you have the wicked Beareth rule. When you have these heathens, mainly Esau, Edom, managing the earth. You have nothing but conflicts. You have nothing but hunger, starvation. And that's why I brought out Proverbs 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And that goes to show you that those people in the Holy Land that claim to be the chosen are not the chosen. All right? Because the earth is not rejoicing. This is what the earth is doing. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Right? The people of the earth are mourning because you have the wicked beareth rule. And who is the wicked? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. So by the way, when you go into the word mourn, in the Hebrew, it's anakah, which means sigh, groan in pain or grief. So the whole world is sighing, all right, is in pain, is in grief, because you have the wicked Beareth rule, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And that proves that those people in the land, in the Holy Land, are not the chosen. They are not the chosen. They're imposters. They're the descendants of Esau, Edom. Those are the Amalekites. So let's play this.
Call to order. Today I have one simple message. If you don't feed people, you feed conflict. Conflict drives hunger and famine, and hunger and famine drive conflict. When a country or region is gripped by conflict and hunger, they become mutually reinforcing. They cannot be resolved separately.
And there you go. Well, because of the wickedness that has polluted the earth, that's the reason why you have conflict and famine. And this is the Lord bringing the judgment. All right? Because, hey, you reap what you sow. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right, there goes your conflict and famine right there. 6, why? Why is sword, famine, death, and destruction, okay, being plagued upon the world? By the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. 6, here's the reason. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Right. What is going on in 2021, in the year of hastening on the coming of the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, let's look at Babylon the Great America. What are they pushing out to the masses? All right, to the children. You have that LGBTQT personnel, Lil Nas X, all right, pushing out his demonic videos. Yet, last year, he was singing on Sesame Street. Singing on Sesame Street. Isn't Sesame Street a children's show? So you have now children gravitating, all right, towards the left-hand side, because who's managing the earth? Once again, let's go back. Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Right, who is the wicked beareth rule? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, because he allows all this. Okay? Let's go back. 7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Who is complaining about the welfare of this earth? The elect of the nation of Israel. Who is complaining continually, seeing nothing but wickedness everywhere they go? The elect of the nation of Israel. Okay? We're out here telling the world, you want to know why everything is all fucked up? It's because you got wicked people ruling the earth. All right? This Edomite, this so-called white man. He's managing it, and you're following him. Okay? You're following his ways. And he is the spiritual, he is the physical counterpart of Satan. But guess what? You're not acknowledging us, the prophets. All right? You want to follow after this so-called white man, Esau, Edom. So this is what you get. Okay? Here's another article. 34 million people knocking at famine's door. Wait a minute. We're supposed to be Esau, Edom, the one who's managing the earth. All right? The self-proclaimed so-called white man, all right, in his pride and his pomp, tells everyone that we're the most advanced, civilized people known to history, with our technology, better health, okay? Able to reap food quickly, and yet you have famine in 2021. Famine. This is when you have, okay, wicked people ruling the earth. And that's why the Lord's bringing the judgment. That's why, okay? And so you want to be wicked, you want to push out LGBTQT personnel, you want to push out false deities, okay? Look at the Holy Land. You got a whole bunch of different religions in there, okay? Worshipping at different altars, different gods. Let's go look at America. Food insecurity. All right? The richest country in the world has food insecurity, right? Montana, North Carolina, Texas. Farming project fights rising food insecurity amid pandemic, right? This is when that happens, when you have the wicked beareth rule. The people mourn. People are in pain, suffering. You got food insecurity in America. who constantly portrays itself as being the richest, powerful nation, okay, under the sun, yet they can't even feed their own people. Okay? You got the military. Food insecurity, a problem in the U.S. military. They can't even feed their own soldiers. Can't even feed their own soldiers. So yeah, this is what happens when management is under a wicked vibration. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And all you heathens and 2/3 that follow after him, that's why you end up in the predicament you end up in. Okay? And that's why it's going to get worse here on out. This ain't getting better. You remember, he said conflicts, right? Global Conflict Tracker. Okay, CFR. Look at all these conflicts, global conflicts. And you could thank America, Babylon. All right? Which is ruled by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You could thank them. And that's why it's just going to get worse here on out. There's going to be more famine, more pestilence, more death. Okay? And that sword is and that sword, that nuclear sword is coming. So let's go to Ezekiel 7 verse 5. Ezekiel chapter 7 verse 5. Thus saith the Lord power. And evil, and only evil, behold, is come. Right, so that's all you're getting is evil, bad times, evil times, man. 6, an end is come. The end is come. It watches for thee. Behold, it is come. Right, and this, when you look at articles like this, and 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 you look at, okay, articles like this, and you look at conflicts like this, you know the end, okay, is here. You know it. 7, the morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. 8, now will I surely pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and recompense thee for all thy abominations. Right, and this was a judgment to us. All right, because when you read at the top of the chapter, this is talking about to the nation of Israel. All right. So if the Lord jacked us up for going against his ways, okay, what leaves you heathens exempt from his judgment? Okay, when you, okay, weren't even given the covenant. You weren't even given the promises. Yet you want to hold up the Bible, all right? You want to have the Bible in your courtrooms talking about how righteous you are. You hypocrites. And that's why the Lord is going to bring that judgment upon this earth, man. Okay, he's going to bring it upon your head, Esau, Edom. All right? Nine, and my eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. Right. And the Lord ain't pitying you heathens, especially you, Esau, Edom. Okay? You're going down, bucko. You're going down. I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thy abominations that are in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord that smiteth. 10, behold, the day, behold, it is come, the morning is gone forth, the rod hath blossomed, pride, and hath budded. 11, violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness, none of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs, neither shall there be wailing for them. Right, man. No one's gonna be crying, all right, when you get taken out of power, all right? All you Edomites and you heathens, man, all you, and you 2/3, everyone is getting judged, man, and you clearly see it, and people are not acknowledging the scourges, all right, especially our people, which this Bible is our history book. This is our wisdom and knowledge. And majority of people don't even want to open the book. 12, the time is come, the day draweth near, Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn, for wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. Right. Hey, man, this judgment's coming. 13, for the seller shall not return to that which he sold, although they were yet alive, for the vision is touching the whole multitude thereof, which shall not return, neither shall any strengthen himself in the iniquity of his life. 14, they have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goeth to battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. 15, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Right. And that's what you're clearly seeing. Okay? Famine, pestilence hitting major cities, and the sword is hitting rural areas. Okay? Throughout the earth. And best believe you're going to see the worst of it here in Babylon the Great when this economy crashes. Oh, one more. Here's another thing. You want to see peace on earth? Then the chosen people have to be back in their homeland. And it's going to happen. If the world wants to know when is this going to stop, if people that are walking earth want to know when this is going to stop, is when the children of Israel, okay, are back in their homeland. Okay? When they get delivered from captivity. Isaiah 2:1, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, right, that's talking about the northern southern kingdom, the 12 tribes, which consists of mainly the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. 2, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, right, the government, okay, the government of Israel. Okay, you want to know what the New World Order is? All right? It's not Esau's New World Order. It's the Israelites' New World Order when it's established by who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. His name is Yahushai. That's another thing. You're calling on Jesus. That's a made-up name. It shall be exalted above the hills, and all the nations shall flow onto it. 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. What? This is not happening now. Not the whole world is not going to the 1948ers, those that are claiming to be the chosen, supposedly the chosen. The whole world's not doing that. So evidently, okay, the wrong people are in the Holy Land right now. Because when this prophecy comes to pass, the right people will be in the homeland. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Right. When the nation Israel is established, and the laws are in the inward parts, and they're going to be pushing out the law, okay, to everyone. And you all will follow our customs, our heritage, our culture. Okay? You will follow our law, statutes, and commandments. And if you don't, it's ass whooping time. Okay? 4, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. This is obviously talking about a future prophecy, which cuts this current narration that supposedly, all right, the chosen people are back in their homeland. No, they're not. Because when did this happen? 5, O house of Jacob, come ye, and let us walk in the light of the Lord. Right. Another one, real quickly. Ezekiel 39 and 8. Behold, it is come, it is done, saith the Lord of power. This is the day whereof I have spoken. 9, and they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth and shall set on fire and burn the weapons, both the shields and the bucklers, the bows and the arrows, the handstaves and the spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years. When did this happen? Okay? This is going to happen. This is a future prophecy. All right? You want to stop the conflicts? You want the conflicts to stop? You want the famine to stop, the wars to stop? The chosen people have to be back in their homeland in order for that to happen. 10. So that they shall take no wood out of the field, neither cut down any out of the forest. For they shall burn the weapons with fire, and they shall spoil those that spoil them, and rob those that rob them, saith the Lord power. Right. Which, hey, it's coming. You know, when the Lord gives us our spiritual, when we get delivered, all right, we get our spiritual bodies, okay? We're going to take everything back that you took it from us, all right? Because you spoiled us, you robbed us, so now it's called recompense. Now we're going to spoil you, now we're going to rob you, but righteously, okay? Because this was ours to begin with. This was ours to begin with. Everything was given for the nation of Israel, for our sake. And when we are established back in our homeland, where the capital of the Israelite New World Order, okay, is, there's nothing you can do about it but accept it. And you'll be getting all the forces, okay, of your subsistence, the forces of the Gentiles, your wealth. So once again, the reason why there's conflicts and famine, the reason why you have, in today's modern world, all right, conflicts and famine, even the U.S. military having food insecurity, okay, is because, let's go back, Proverbs 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. That's the reason why. All right? So that's why nothing's going to change until the righteous are in authority, which are the nation of Israel. Point blank, period. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. As you can see, we're almost out here. To the few sisters that are watching, keep studying, keep praying. Shalom and a baba ball. Shalom.